Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. And as they... The feeling, no doubt, mutual. Thanks, DA. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lopez.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low. Well, he coined the name himself last season. Brent, are you willing to call Brook Lopez Splash Mountain?
I am, but I think Brook Lopez was also looking for some kind of deal so that him and his brother could get free rides for the rest of their lives.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The drive by James. Lopez with the block. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And Matthews kicks to Antetokounmpo, and another basket for Milwaukee.
It is getting scary out there to watch Giannis do what he do.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. A rebound by the Lakers.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
LeBron drives in, and the rejection by Giannis. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo, and does. And another shot. Middleton finds Lopez. Misses off the right iron.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Just such a physical force, LeBron James, sensational at reading the play and using his size to get possession.
It's stolen by Davis, and it's the Lakers on the break. Green against Matthews. Outside, Davis. The pass to LeBron. Clock at 4. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. And some changes here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Danny Green. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. It's LeBron. Wow, hammering it in.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And Giannis throws it down.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not at all.
Howard in the post. Here's Waiters. And he overshot that one, missing. Milwaukee leading by 5. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Davis pulls it down.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
From deep LeBron, they get the rebound. No good. It's stolen by Davis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight. And his already a superstar. Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can.
I'm just trying to focus on the court.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Howard. Smith is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
It's very efficient and a well-tuned offense for the Bucks. They drive, they kick, they get open threes. Second in the league last year, as that was Mike Budenholzer's biggest change in threes.
Bucks leading by 7. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Right wing. Bucks passing it around. No good from Connaughton. And with the Bucks in their offense, Brent, it all starts with Giannis.
Starts with Giannis, and that might have got them into trouble last year. They could maybe use another creator in a way where a guy can manufacture his own points. Who knows? Maybe that's growth within. Maybe that's Chris Middleton as he tries to improve his game, or Eric Bledsoe in some way. But the team does need a little bit more dynamism on the offensive end.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. Ilyasova. Caruso grabs the miss, and the call will be against Marvin Lopez. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Waiters. Milwaukee also making some changes. Williams comes in for Robin Lopez. And it's Korver in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Green. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shoots it up. And again, the Lakers no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
I'll rank this the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, former #2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
Korver finds Ilyasova. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ilyasova's got his first points of the game. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 7. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Williams against Morris. Williams dishes to Ilyasova, and it's good, 2 points. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the night.
Easy to forget that Ilyasova can handle his business down there on the block, but he's much more of a spot-up guy.
Here's Caruso. Offline with his 3.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Green to the paint. Here's Morris. Green breaking loose. Off with the layup.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Ilyasova can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Green finds Smith. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's Smith's go-to shot. Well, come to think of it, any shot is JR's go-to shot.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
Stripped it away. Oh, and here comes Korver all alone. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Williams. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Outstanding job by Korver in how he swings the pass over to the most open man on the court.
Here's Caruso. A 3-pointer, no good. Now here's Ilyasova. Hill passes to Ilyasova. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 8-point lead heading into. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 9 points and 1 and that.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the center. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see them get after a little bit.
Lakers trail by 8. LeBron outside. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. McGee, the pass to James. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Waiters, he's checked in for the Lakers. The shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Back to James, over Bledsoe. Second chance shot, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got his second basket of the game.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. So it's the Lakers now, following the bucket by the Bucks. And Waiters kicks to James. 5 on the clock. Davis drives in. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Once again, Davis shows off his deceptive quickness on the drive. Easy convert.
James against Bledsoe. Back to Giannis, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Lakers. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there.
And when I look at the Lakers, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
And once the playoffs do arrive, they won't be intimidated. They got underdogs early on, but during the course of the regular season, they've proven they can handle any situation and any opponent, no matter how tough.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Floats it up for James. Matthews with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Lopez with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Lakers trail by 10. Peters on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. McGee against Lopez. McGee dishes to Waiters. 5 to shoot. Bledsoe against James. Off target from 3-point range.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, he might be 6'1", but Eric Bledsoe is fantastic with different kinds of finishes around the rim.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. Hands it from downtown.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
From about 16, they grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. McGee's shot is off. Bucks leading by 9. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
No good from outside. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bledsoe passes to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
This guy upping his scoring average every year. Tonight's effort's only going to increase the chances of Giannis to do that again, maybe this season.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Markieff Morris comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Smith subbed in for James. Now, here's Howard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Misses. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Smith. Morris is out there with Howard. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5.
And the smart shot selection there. Williams has a good feel for when to take those shots.
He wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's Caruso. On the wing, Morris. High post, Howard. Lopez is there. And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green against Korver. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, the defense overcommits there. That's something you can't do against Green. He'll put you in the popcorn machine all night long.
Both free throws good from Green. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lopez kicks to Williams. No one near him. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Lakers trail by 13. Caruso, the pass to Howard. Pass to Caruso. 4 on the clock. Green inside. Guarded by Korver. Green, no luck. And it's the Bucks on the break. Floats it up for Williams. Lopez finds Williams. Korver, good.
Not often, but Korver getting active now on the inside to get a good quality shot.
Lakers shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Hill drives in. Pass to Williams. It's back to Hill. Offensive rebound. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, and I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Caruso, the pass to Green. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Over to the left wing. Williams with the block. And he recovers it.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony Davis comes in for Morris. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's LeBron in for Alex Caruso. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Williams. Pat Connaughton comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. The shot's good from McGee.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Ilyasova can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Ooh, that's pretty clever from LeBron. Knows precisely when to rise up and let that one go.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Ilyasova, no one around him. Misses the chippy right there. Green, the pass to James. The shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Green. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Can't hit from the elbow.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Milwaukee.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
DiVincenzo passes to Bledsoe. Bledsoe with another miss.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Here's Bledsoe. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. It's stolen by Brown. Lopez passes to Bledsoe. But they recover it. Here's Williams. And again, the Bucks miss. And so the Bucks take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but 1-0. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony,
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah, I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Lillard. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. Basket counts.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Middleton the pass to Lopez. Giannis high post. Working on Collins. Here's Antetokounmpo. And again, it's Milwaukee converted.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
A miss that time would have put him up. And Collins has got the ball here for Portland. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with the multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Drops in the layup for 2.
These are the shots that the coaching staff wants Lopez taking. You see why when this is the result.
Lillard attacking. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 8 points. Bucks trail by 4. Ilyasova passes to Connaughton. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Pass to Hazanya. Here's Whiteside. And slammed in by Whiteside.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Here's DiVincenzo. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
and that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Trailblazers leading by 3. And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Little. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Trent. Hits it from three-point range.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Connaughton passes to Ilyasova, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Goes back up, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And when Ilyasova is aggressive, he makes the defense uncomfortable, which is how he gets these calls.
Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of seasons.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. Marvin Williams is checked in for the Bucks. Korver comes in for Pat Connaughton. That one good for 2.
Well, over time, I would say Williams has morphed into a reliable small/power forward, especially in his rebound.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Trent passes to Whiteside. And another 3 for Portland.
Another in the long line of big men who can train the 3. That makes him a very tough cover.
Down low, Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, the grit Williams played with is admirable. You love how he finishes despite getting roughed up a little bit.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomed.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you for.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2. They're the group of Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Hill drives in. He kicks to Williams. From deep. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Trailblazers leading by 8. Trent passes to Hezonja. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Antetokounmpo comes in for Marvin Williams. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can. And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Now here's McCollum. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Nurkic kicks to Little. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. Wesley Matthews checked in for Milwaukee. Pass to Collins. To the left side wing. Anthony looking it over. Back to Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Right side, Collins. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Trailblazers leading by 5. Passes to Simons. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simmons. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And a deep three from Lillard. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Now, here's Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's McCollum. George Hill missing his last shot. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. And the Trailblazers lead by 7. To the paint. It's stolen by Anthony. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Collins. And no good. Great D that time from Giannis. Connaughton passes to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Lillard against Hill. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Over Hill. And it's Lillard missing. Now the pass to DiVincenzo. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket tonight. Here is Lillard. Up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Incredible way to end the half. That doesn't only give them
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And that's going to do it for us here.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer, starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Lillard against Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you liked in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Look at Milwaukee. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Oh, come on, Gio. You know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Milwaukee. Pass to Hazania. Fires the three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Hazania's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Kicks it down to Middleton. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Portland leading by 4. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Poked loose. Pass to Hazania from the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Feeds to Lopez. Count that bucket. Lopez has got 5 points now in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
For these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Williams passes to Matthews. Floats it up for Williams. The score now all even.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Hazonia on the wing. Lillard outside. Inside. Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Such an intelligent guy. I mean, have you guys heard Lillard's album? He spits bars. He's also excellent at reading and torching the defense.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for Mario Hazonia. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Kyle Korver is checked in for Matthews.
Yeah, easy call.
For Milwaukee, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Williams. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. Out to Anthony. Lets the three fly. That shot is off. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Korver. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And it's McCollum off the drive. And the shot goes down. McCollum's got it all tied up now for Portland.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Bucks also changing it up. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Robin Lopez. And George Hills subbed in for Chris Middleton. Anthony in the corner. McCollum outside. 43 seconds left to play in the third. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. 5 to shoot. Tipped away.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, G, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possessions.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And the basket by McCollum.
He's a volume three-point shooter. McCollum looks to take this shot often for this very reason.
Hill drives in. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the jump by Giannis.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from McCollum.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Ilyasova, no one around him. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Bucks lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Right now, we're playing 10.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then there's McCollum, then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the 1. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the wing, Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at that Timberwolves matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's the lob, and Kumbo hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. It's rebounded by Ilyasova.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And now a 6-point Bucks lead.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Nurkic with the steal. Here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job. Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Count it.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Kicks it out to Collins. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
No, it's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. Matthews, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for George Hill. They get it again. Another shot, and it's good on the layup. And that's now 29 points for Giannis.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Lillard outside. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
I like to see this little patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Here's the lob, and Kumbo up high to stop the alley-oop. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
To the inside, Whiteside, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Down low, here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
These are the spots Lopez has been in before. He knows how to deliver in them.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Anthony in the corner. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
And it's in there. And that's now 33 points for Giannis.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim. Now that's how you lead your teammate into the scoring chance. I love that.
Matthews scanning the floor. High post Lopez. Giannis right side. Lopez. He can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. And Lillard kicks the Whiteside. Beyond the arc. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Lillard. Passes it to Carmelo. It's McCollum on the wing. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. Lillard from outside. Offensive rebound. They had a number of cracks in it, but came away empty-handed. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Bledsoe against Whiteside. Middleton left side. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, you need the 3 here. A quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot. One fluid motion. A very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
On the floor for the visiting Milwaukee Bucks.
And with, well, you're right, D.A. It'll be still. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 guard.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Rebounded by the Bucks. To the wing right side. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. The kick out to Matthews. High post Lopez. Working on Zubac. 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Giannis missing. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Giannis passes to Matthews. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
To the middle. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Leonard the pass to George. 2 points. That one goes.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Bledsoe dishes to Matthews. He lobs it up. Paul George with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Good work defensively by Morris.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Here's Zubac, played in with a nice touch off the glass. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
Beverly dishes to George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Pass to Antetokounmpo, and they get it, and he makes that one. Giannis has got 6.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Zubats against Lopez. And that one is good from Zubats.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Matthews passes to Bledsoe. Giannis outside. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Kept alive. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good on the bucket. He's got 8.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Over to the wing. Zubats in the post. Lopez is there. Here's George, and it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Shot's good by Bledsoe. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And George kicks to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the... Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, we've got Ilyasova. He's out there with Robin Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot.
Lou Williams has been a weapon off the bench for so long, and he has won 6th Man of the Year multiple times.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Lopez. To the paint. And there's Green on the assist by Jackson. Green's got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And for Lou Williams, he is just instant offense when you bring him Smitty into the game.
And a lot of that is just his mindset. Lou Williams, once he's checked in, he is attacking at every given opportunity. Not everyone can be successful off the bench, but Lou Williams has made a career of it.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Marvin Williams is checked in for the Bucks. Korver comes in for Pat Connaughton.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Earlier in his career, Williams didn't have that shot. Now it's one of his biggest weapons.
And Jackson gets it to go.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Feeds it to Williams. DiVincenzo passes to Courtney. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Plenty of space. Green with the rebound.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Hill. After the Clippers pick up 2. Williams' shot is off. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. And the shot is good. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Now here's Korver. 23 points his last outing. Williams gets to Korver. It's stolen by Green. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jackson. Again, Los Angeles.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Inside, it's tipped. Here's Ilyasova. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
A different look for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Williams. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. Now here's Bledsoe. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Middleton dishes to Lopez. That one a little long. Clippers leading by 7. On the wing, Morris goes up the baseline. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one. Ilyasova passes to Lopez. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Robin Lopez, a big body, eats up space inside and draws the contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He doesn't get the second one. Outside, George. He gets it up. That'll do it for the first half. Clip. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Yeah, in the first half, he took on the role of playmaker. I think it surprised the defense a little bit, gave this offense a different dimension.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And he recovers it. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Trailing here by 8. Stolen by Zubac. George dishes to Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So difficult to stop Leonard from scoring. Sometimes you just have to foul him.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are by 4.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Middleton inside the three-point line, and it comes off the front of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Zubac. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Back to George. Matthews with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
George looking around. Out left to the wing. Zubac the pass to George. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. George has got 10 points in the game.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Leonard against Middleton. Lopez inside. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Wesley Matthews on the wing. And the shot goes in. Matthews has got his second bucket. Clippers leading by 5. And George, here we go, makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Bucks have gone 4 for 5 with the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Wesley Matthews. Now here's Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Good on the bucket, and the Clippers lead by 5.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lead.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
Morris finds Williams. Out to Morris. Rebound by Williams.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Outside for Bledsoe. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Williams. Korver comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Shamet. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Hill. Milwaukee the rebound, and Lopez gets it to go.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Clippers lead by 1. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Bucks, we've got George Hill, Ilyasova out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Connaughton in at the 2. Drills the three-pointer.
Great pass by Lou. He's such a good scorer. That allows him to draw the defensive attention away from his teammates.
Hill passes to Connaughton. Hill against Jackson. And Lopez throws it down.
Nice dime to the open man. George Hill, more of a combo guard, making things happen right there.
Here's Shamet. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Lopez. Over Green. Lopez, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 4. Morris outside. It's tipped. Lopez outside. Banked in off the glass. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside. Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
And he makes the first.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for George Hill. Offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is. And it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. The Bucks also with the sub. Bledsoe's checked in. Back to Zubac. To the inside. Here's George. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Middleton dishes to Giannis. Outside for Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Giannis. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard on the wing. Yes! And the foul.
Shot's good.
It goes on Chris Middleton.
Can't
Shot's
help
good.
but love the way Leonard
Shooting
plays
one.
the game. Stone-faced assassin.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Zubats in the post. Lopez covering, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Bucks trail by 3. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. Back to Giannis. And the layup falls. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And you might not have expected him to go for the steal there, but boy, oh boy, did that ever work out.
Here's Leonard. Got it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. He gets separation almost any time he wants.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Down low. And the dunk by Zubats.
Going to the rack with energy. Isn't the D afraid to cut him off?
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Back to Beverly. And Leonard has it in the corner. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard finds Zubats. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Milwaukee making a switch. DiVincenzo's checked in. So it's the Bucks now. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Bledsoe. Good work defensively by Morris. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
To the paint, it's stolen by Morris. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Here's Lopez. And to Antetokounmpo. It's in!
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. They didn't make it easy. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
NBA 2K21.
Downtown Milwaukee is... We are... Well, and DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lopez.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at point guard. Clark, terrific defensive teams tonight, both highly ranked. What will the offenses have to do to get some scoring in this one?
Well, a few things. One, you've got to be patient. You've got to be ready and willing to make the extra pass. And then you also have to mix up what you do offensively. You don't want the defense to get a steady diet of what you're trying to do. Keep the defense off balance.
Misses off the right iron. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Matthews. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Matthews has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
And the basket is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 5-point game. Green finds Davis. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
Pass to Bledsoe. Middleton on the wing. Back to Bledsoe. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
And Matthews kicks to Giannis. Back to Matthews. Off target from outside.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Dan Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Here is Ilyasova, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Floats it up for Giannis. Ilyasova finds Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
Smith with it. Passes it to Waiters. Tries from 10. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Now here's Waiters. No points in the game yet for him. In the corner, Smith with it. From downtown, they get it again. Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
An aggressive player who draws attention. Howard is used to getting hit by the defense and plays quite well through contact.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Milwaukee. Corver comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Markieff Morris is checked in for J.R. Smith.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
Now here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Here's Kuzma.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one drops. That one misses. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Left side, Corver. And again, the Bucks miss.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many. Something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Morris. Also Howard out there. Dion Waiters is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. The Lakers trail. Waiters surveying the D. Here's Caruso. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Well, Milwaukee is exactly what a small market success story looks like.
Yeah, you know, a great eye for talent and also some good fortune in landing a player like Giannis in the draft. And small market teams have to home grow their...
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Here's Waiters. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The pass to Kuzma. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. The Lakers also changing it up. Anthony Davis comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's LeBron in for Alex Caruso. Here's Kuzma. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Lakers also making a switch. Green's checked in.
Well, you got to do better than that if you're defending Williams in that situation, because he's good at playing through contact.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Kyle Korver. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And like many big men in the league, Clark, as he's aged, Marvin Williams has relied more on his outside shooting.
You know, he's been in the league a long time, guys, but when he first came in back in the mid-2000s, there was less emphasis on forwards being able to shoot the ball from outside. Give him a lot of credit for adjusting to the league and honing a shot that has always been a skill that's been part of his package. He can knock down the deep shot now.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. On the money from 12 feet away. James has got 10.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
For three, Caldwell Pope. Matthews with the rebound. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova comes in for Williams. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Wesley Matthews. And then for the Lakers, JaVale McGee comes in for Markieff Morris. And Smith subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Ilyasova against Davis. LeBron left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Lopez passes to Ilyasova. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. James against Bledsoe. Pass to Davis. Back to James. Unloads. Again, Los Angeles.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Bledsoe kicks to Connaughton. Back to Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Misses the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Davis. Middleton against Smith. Here's McGee. A second chance effort. Here's Davis. There's the feed to McGee. Out to Smith. James against Bledsoe. And here's Green outside. The rebound by the Bucks. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
James looking it over. Outside, Davis. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Tremendous anticipation from Antetokounmpo, sensing some separation as that pass was coming, and then simply rising up and knocking down the jumper.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 2.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 14 points and 1. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. Lopez right side, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And you know, Lopez is very much a real threat to drop one in from that range. I mean, he's an excellent shooter for his size.
Pass to James. Takes the 13-footer. Lakers passing it around. And it's McGee with the jam.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Bucks, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. For the 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Danny Green. Here's Williams over Morris, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes. But understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Monday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Giannis inside. He's guarded by Howard.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Lakers trail by 4. For 3, Caldwell Pope. A shot off that time, and Milwaukee the other way now. Here's DiVincenzo, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, good pass there from Williams. Not known for his passing, but I think he's got to keep hitting his guys with these kinds of passes.
Caldwell Pope dishes to Waiters. Passes it to Howard. Will it go? He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. And Waiters has it in the corner. Clock at 4. From deep. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Fires from deep. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. A different look for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Ilyasova comes in for Williams. And it's Korver in for Pat Connaughton. And then for the Lakers, J.R. Smith's checked in for Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Smith the pass to Howard. Over Lopez. Milwaukee with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you think about Ilyasova's lethal jump shot. It makes him a valuable player because he can stretch the floor.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Milwaukee leading by 8.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
Outside for Korver. The pass to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. The dish to Lopez. Buries it down low. Lopez has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Korver against Kuzma. Pass to Howard. Here's Caruso. Puts up a 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Milwaukee up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at the point.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
At 7 feet tall, dunking is very easy for Lopez. Once he's this deep, the defense is in trouble.
And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. There's the lob to the hoop. But they get it back. And Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got 6 here in this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
The drive by James and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. LeBron's shot is good.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The kick out to Matthews. Middleton on the wing. Back to Matthews. Middleton outside. The kick out to Matthews. They grab their own miss.
Hey, offensive rebound. Positioning is important, but nothing's more important than pursuing the pumpkin. And Antetokounmpo is always in the chase.
Lakers passing it around. Here's LeBron. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Green. And that one falls coming off of Davis's speed.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Bucks leading by 15. And stolen by LeBron. Floats one up. That shot off. Great D that time from Middleton. And they go to the intentional foul. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
James fires from way outside. No good on the quick three. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Boy, Wesley Matthews brings a ton of energy, and I love that. Solid at putting the defense in a pickle and then forcing the contact to draw the foul.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Lakers trail by 16. There's Green with the 3. The rebound by Middleton.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bucks.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And by getting the hard-earned victory here this evening, they'll have snapped that 1-1 season series deadlock and finished 2 up, 1 down on the year against Los Angeles.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, I like how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Here's DiVincenzo, and the Bucks miss again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Bucks lead by 18.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
It's stolen by Davis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony.
welcome to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K20.
That's a look at our setting tonight. And David, well, they are fun to watch. Thank you, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Middleton in at the 3. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent. Which brings up a question these days: why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
Here's Giannis, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good for 2. Giannis has got his second basket of the night.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
McCollum outside. Drains it from 17 feet out.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, Collins with a good read there and laser focused on where he could get to collect the offensive board.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Now, here's Collins. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum against Matthews. Feeds it to Collins. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 3 to shoot. Collins. And Collins is right there. Collins has got his second basket.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Anthony against Middleton. To the wing on the left. Up top, Bledsoe. By Lillard. Stolen by Collins. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge. And that one's good. Lillard.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate. Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
McCollum against Matthews. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got 6 points.
You just don't want to give away points by giving away passing lanes. McCollum right there waiting for one, then threads the needle.
Matthews dishes to Giannis. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. And now here comes Collins leading the break. McCollum no good. Brent, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest. Chris Middleton's an interesting story. I remember when he signed his first extension and talking to, at that time, his head coach, Jason Kidd, that Chris was dealing with living up to the contract. I think after that first season went by, he settled back down. It got him into a position to earn this second contract. And now he knows where he belongs. He knows how important he is to the Milwaukee Bucks and their continued success and striving towards a championship for the city.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lillard with no one around. Sinks the triple. He has 7.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
DiVincenzo passes to Hill. And there's the feed to Lopez. And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Lillard.
I know people can't see you, Kevin, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Bucks trail by 3. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Shoots from 12. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor.
That's something I relish.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
Checking in for Milwaukee.
Trailblazers on D. Hill drives in. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. The offensive rebound. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Memphis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Trailblazers leading by 4.
Well, the Bucks are in a good spot with a young superstar entering his prime.
And they like the fact that this core has more potential in it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder as they committed to Lopez. They committed to Chris Middleton. And now they think that they can take the next step with Giannis's growth.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Korver, good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Passes it to Trent. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Here's Whiteside. That shot misses. Bucks trail by 3. Left side, Williams. Pass to Lopez. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, They can expect a similar result here.
Williams, that's good.
Like to see George Hill distribute to his teammates a heads-up play there.
Right side finds Azonia. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Hill. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his first points of the night. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. I think that's going to happen.
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
No. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Williams kicks to Hill. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. On Saturday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Monday, they'll host the Miami Heat.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's Connaughton after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Middleton the pass to Bledsoe. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 5.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
Be smart, but execute at the same time. Let's see what they do.
Anthony dishes to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Lillard from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
Lillard right now just locked in, even with the defense having all eyes on him.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but and that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You take a look at the Trailblazers. Winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And for the Trailblazers, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
So it's Portland now after the basket by Milwaukee. Lillard left side. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension
signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar, living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And now here comes Collins leading the break. There's the pass to Carmelo. That one goes in. And now it's a 10-point Portland lead.
There's no stopping Melo there. Too strong for any kind of defense. It's going to take a bit more than that.
Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Lillard scanning the floor. From deep three-point range. Bledsoe with the rebound. Stolen by Collins. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Collins has got 8 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
McCollum against Matthews. And Lopez throws it down.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Doesn't go that time. Collins with some nice D. Anthony against Middleton. Now here's Anthony. D right on him. Shot clock at 6. Elbow shot. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot. And for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 12. Back to McCollum. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Outside Anthony. 1:16 left to play here in the third. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Got to put a body on Nurk. Just too big down low.
Bledsoe finds Middleton. Outside for Bledsoe. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Bledsoe's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Three-pointer, Lillard. Not going to go that time. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Now here's Bledsoe. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Good on the 2nd free throw. And Portland has possession. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
And here's Hill for 3. They get it back, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Marvin Williams.
11 seconds left in the 3rd. Now Lillard. Over Hill, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He finishes. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline.
Just keep grinding. Keep getting stuff.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Portland, Anthony out there with Whiteside. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. Here's Connaughton. Back to Ilyasova. Over Anthony. Ilyasova can't hit.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Feeds to Anthony. Excellent D there from Williams.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
It's stolen by Little. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Williams. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Collins is checked in. Here's Simons. 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Whiteside. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Giannis. And Bledsoe, here we go. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Collins. Rebound, Milwaukee. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's covered by Whiteside. It's good. 14 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive. Yes. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Bucks trail by 15, and it's Bledsoe off the drive. Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Now, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, just terrorizing the D.
Lillard outside. To the middle. Passes to Carmelo. Just 5 to shoot. Bledsoe against Lillard. And too long on the shot. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Zero hesitation. I mean, zero. Bledsoe with a quick release that time.
Trailblazers leading by 10. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Collins. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Giannis. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Middleton. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee. Portland's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12.
Bucks foul.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. McCollum passes to Collins. McCollum dishes to Collins. It's McCollum on the wing. He doesn't hit that one. On offense, here are the Bucks. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Antetokounmpo, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Well, Antetokounmpo does such a great job of using all he has at his disposal, which is mostly his frame in drawing contact.
And both free throws good for Giannis.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
It's McCollum with the drive. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Milwaukee.
And stolen by Lillard. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you go in there weak like that, and a guy like Giannis with his length is going to throw it away.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10.
We talk a lot about Russell Westbrook and the way that he attacks every game. I think in the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo might be the same way, just tenacious and full of energy, and he fills up the stats.
Right side, great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Ilyasova. Pass to DiVincenzo. Korver fires from way outside. Missed. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by
Downtown Milwaukee is seen. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lopez.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. And for Milwaukee, Matthews and Middleton, the two wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
We're going to see a lot of offense tonight, Steve. What can either team do to try and gain an advantage in this one?
You know, I think first you got to limit your turnovers. I think you got to rebound the basketball. And I love the teams that can get to the free throw line more than the other.
Now here's Giannis. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Middleton the pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the Bucks with possession here. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Rebounded by the Bucks.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And they're able to recover. The kick out to Matthews. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Leonard on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. That one's not going to go.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Shots good by Bledsoe.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Giannis.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Puts it up for Bledsoe.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Here's Morris. No good again that time. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. No good from Bledsoe.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor.
Oh,
yes. Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And here's Matthews from the arc. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Leonard with the bucket.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Basket counts. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Zubac finds Morris. Here's George. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
It's deflected.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Andriy Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And the rejection by Giannis. Williams' shot is off. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Ilyasova. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. For Milwaukee, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
4 seconds left. Good on the shot.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He made Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2000.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Ilyasova. Then it's George Hill, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And with Reggie Jackson at the point, you're going to get more of a score than a playmaker.
And that's okay, as long as you plan for that with your assistant. Reggie Jackson is great at creating for himself, but you like to see him do a little bit more to set up the rest of his team.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Some players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people who love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys some people love him and some people hate him.
Williams passes to Green. Over Lopez. And again, no good by the Clippers. Bucks leading by 6. Hill drives in. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Williams. Shamet kicks to Zubac. Back to Shamet. Green. And Green is right there.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Hill finds Lopez. Good, nice job down low. Clippers trail by 8. Back to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Jackson. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Jackson's got his first bucket of the night.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
The feed now to Hill. And the layup's good off the glass.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor. It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And that one drops for him. And now a 10-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Korver dishes to Lopez. Over Green, tips it up. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 10.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And it's Shamet missing. The Bucks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Bucks have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. The first free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Kyle Korver. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Back to Bledsoe. Pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Outside Williams. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good from Bledsoe. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Bledsoe for 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 11 points, 2 steals. And...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Here's Giannis. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Giannis against Morris. And the pass to Beverly over Bledsoe. Doesn't go for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Back to Matthews. Bledsoe right side. He dishes it to Lopez. A 3 from Matthews. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverley. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Middleton the pass to Bledsoe. Takes a 3. Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 8. For 3. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 11 rebounds in the game. And Smitty with Beverley and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now. And it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Here's Giannis. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverley.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Korver against George. Korver dishes to Hill. Feeds to Lopez. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists in the game. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Passes it to Ilyasova. It's back to Hill. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Kicks to Hill. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And checking out the numbers for Paul George. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work. Averaging 17 points per game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Outside Williams. Back to Korver. Pass to Williams. Now Ilyasova. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Bucks. Taken away by Williams.
Got to recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Absolutely, but at the same time, you want to get a good shot.
Matthews, no good.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
And it's good, 2 points. Leonard's got 15 points.
Well, you know, the truth is Leonard's been focused all night. Has an array of go-to moves and the endurance to keep on coming.
Williams passes to DiVincenzo. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third. It's Matthews on the wing. And the 3 ball is good. Matthews has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 13 feet away. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Paul George.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
5 seconds left in the third quarter. With 2 seconds left.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Chris Middleton is out there with Williams. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And that one falls for Williams.
Well, what you like about Williams is how he's changed his game over time. Now he's a fantastic stretch 4 in this league.
Leonard, no luck. Bucks leading by 6. Now here's Williams. Outside Matthews. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Kicks it down to Middleton. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Marvin Williams. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Middleton outside. The 3 goes back up. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 6.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
You've got to love the journey JaMychal Green has taken to get into the league. Really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And Matthews kicks to Antetokounmpo.
And they got to bring the double team in.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. That's good from Antetokounmpo. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 7. A 3 from Leonard. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Here's Matthews. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound Bucks. Matthews passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Middleton outside. It's Matthews on the wing, defended by George. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Knowing the situation, Kawhi willing and able to take control. Big bucket.
Paul George with the steal. Lob pass to George. Beverly finds George. And the rejection by Giannis. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
So the first one drops, and that ties the game up. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lopez, no luck.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
They could have tied it up. That was a huge opportunity they missed.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Antetokounmpo's got his third assist on the night. 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Count the basket. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game period. Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard, 11 feet away. Good!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And it's sent back by Morris. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Patrick Beverley is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Middleton outside. Shoots over Leonard. The putback, it drops.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one.